Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to talk about full dodge builds and basically, are they viable? Should you do them? And the really short answer is yes. So I discussed a little bit a while ago the 3 dodge meme, and so the 3 dodge meme essentially, I think it was started with the truth, I think. But he put 3 dodge in every unit. And I don't stand really by that idea, but I do understand why people do it. It now seems like everyone's kind of taking it a bit of a step further and kind of going for like full dodge builds. So nowadays, basically, give a unit full dodge and just kind of see what happens. Honestly speaking, like I said, to cut a short answer to this whole question, yeah, you can do that if you want to. It's your units, it's your box. If that helps you to beat the content in the game, it's no problem. However you beat the content is entirely up to you. And yeah, realistically, there's no wrong way to do it. Now, from my side, I think it's a lot easier to see when a unit dodges due to the hidden potential system than when they crit or do an additional. And I think this kind of creates a pseudo image of how dodge works. But you see, the thing is, there are times where dodge builds are counterintuitive. So when you are building a unit, and you can see here this friend has 3 dodge on his trunks, I don't think this is a problem. He can have 5 dodge on trunks, I don't think it's a big problem. I would prefer crits, I would prefer additionals, because I think, especially nowadays, beating bosses faster is a crucial part of the game. But a lot of people are hesitant with how strong bosses hit. So I understand that there is kind of a reasoning or rationale behind dodge builds. However, there's certain units where this becomes diminishing to them. For example, take World Tournament Goku. He's a unit that thrives on getting hit. He needs to get hit to build himself up. If you put a lot of dodge on this guy and he starts dodging even 1 or 2 of every 5 attacks, it can cause a bit of a problem for him. It causes him to stack defense slower. It causes him to not reach his peak as quickly as possible. Certain standby skills and active skills are locked behind getting hit nowadays. And I think those situations are where it's counterintuitive. A great example is this Goku. The amount of times I've had a friend Goku or a guest Goku that has like 20 evasion, and he evades the 1 hit he needs to take to get his like 70% defensive buff, is pretty crucial. And it's not every situation. That's why I say dodge builds are more than viable. Like I said, they're your units, and at the end of the day, if you want to do that, go for it. But I do think in the case of certain units, it's not advisable, especially from my side. I think you lock too much of the unit away by going for the full dodge build. Now, is it strictly wrong? Well, no, I think nowadays a lot of units do have built-in additionals, they do have built-in crits or attacks effective against all types. And so a lot of people like their units to be able to do everything. I, for one, am not a fan of that advocate, because I like to do the whole master of one, not jack of none. And I like to personally make my units really good in the avenues where they can be really good. There is also diminishing returns, as there is with the hit pro system. For example, if a unit already has high or great chance of evasion, giving them evasion from the hidden potential system has incredibly diminishing returns, because it's a separate instance of proc. So you're giving them a 30% chance of evading on 30% of the time, which essentially equals to another 10% or even less, 6.67%. So you end up taking a unit that's got 70% evasion and giving them 77% evasion, which mathematically speaking, doesn't feel that great. Of course, like I said, you can build your units however you want, and there's no wrong way to play Dokkan. If it helps you to get no item runs, that's great. I like to do my no item runs based solely on planning my units, planning my opening rotations, getting those rotations, link leveling the units, applying proper gear to them, and collecting orbs and doing certain things. Sometimes a clutch dodge helps out no matter how well you plan, and of course, it's always appreciated. But I don't like to rely on them. I think you can get into a trap of relying on these things instead of just building the unit the natural way and benefiting. I very often do no item runs with units at 55 and 69%. I even have one for the latest Fusions Master Red Zone. And a lot more comes down to team build and planning than it does to getting that random dodge. But that's it from me. Want to know what your guys' thoughts are? I'll see you next time. Bye.